Hello, parental units! Continuing last week's theme, we're going back to the Great Barrier Reef. This one is the giant clam. You can't really tell from the picture, but it's really, really big and super beautiful. I've seen it at the aquarium. It's just really a treat to see. Here I am, just hanging out with a sea turtle. Just as light and airy as can be. Just so magical. Last year, Pacific Northwest Mom and Dad left the kids with the grand folks and flew to Australia to go on a cruise and see the GBR. Our first excursion was a scuba and snorkel trip to a pontoon anchored right over a coral reef near the town of Airlie Beach, Queensland. After a scuba dive into the deep end of the reef, we spent the rest of the excursion at Hart Pontoon joyfully snorkeling, gliding in clouds of snowy white fish, finding fantastical giant clams, discovering feather stars, a sea turtle, multitudes of coral, and so much more. I was actually surprised just how far out into the ocean the reef is from land. The cruise boat excursion took us straight to the reef by boat. That boat ride took over an hour to get to the reef before docking at a pontoon anchored over Hart Reef. I just think that it is the most fascinating perspective to see the surface of the water like this, and all you see is horizon, and you can see the pontoon here and a few boats, and then you dive underwater and you're suddenly in the Little Mermaid. There's this whole other world underwater this time, and I just think it's just the most amazing transportation into another dimension. From there, we immediately got ready for our scuba dive. After that, we were free to snorkel from the pontoon and play in the waters we liked. Also, a lunch was provided. The pontoon also had an underwater viewing deck, but I was so busy being in the water that I forgot to check that out. You can kind of see it from the outside in my previous video. The Scuba Snorkel Tour Company had a professional photographer with them. You can see him feeding the fish to make the videos of people look cool. His professional lens and lights help a lot underwater. The idea is for the tourists to buy the photos and videos he's taking. I don't think I liked any of the photos enough to spend money on. A lot of times it's worth it, but you never know. I guess we, and by we I mean I, got kind of bored looking at fish apparently because I just started cavorting around for the photographer. I just felt so graceful underwater. I don't know, it looks silly in reality, but it was a lot of fun. I almost missed this most amazing patch of coral. There's all different kinds as you can see, but most especially this wibbly waverly one. And each little polyp there's its own little creature in the colony. Thank you so much for coming along on our underwater adventure. We'll catch you next time. Take care out there and do the thing!